up, movie crew? Welcome to the first Let's Rank in quite some time. Before I get started, if you're new to this channel, my name is Luke, this is Let's Watch a Movie, and if you're in anything cinema and physical media related, you've come to the right place, so hit that subscribe button. Alright, recently, I did a story on my Instagram, and I did a community post. So check those community posts, because sometimes that will allow you to choose what videos I do next. And I asked how everyone would feel about me doing a ranking of the 5 Ben Affleck directorial features. So that's what we're doing today. Without further ado, let's get started. At number 5, we've got directorial feature number 4, and that is Live by Night. Alright, let me just say, this by no means is Ben Affleck's worst movie. This is just his worst directorial feature. And there's a couple of problems with this movie. But I'm going to at least get a couple of the pros out of the way. Ben Affleck and Zoe Saldana both do their thing in their respective roles. The overall problem is, for those that are unaware, this is based off a book. And that book is number 2 in a trilogy. And he took elements from all three books and tried to cram them into one movie. And if Dune has shown anything, it's that sometimes one book needs more than one movie, and he's trying to do 3 books into one movie. And it made it a little too much of a cluster, and the pacing is kind of off. I also think a lot of people probably don't look at this one as fondly because it was the follow-up to Argo, which is an Oscar award-winning film. Does that make this a bad movie? No. I assure you, if you've never watched Ben Affleck's filmography, this is not the worst movie at all. But as far as his directorial features go, this one left a lot to be desired. At number 4, we've got his directorial debut, Gone Baby Gone. This is also the only movie that he's done where he is not the lead or one of the top leads. In this case, the lead is actually Ben's brother, Casey Affleck. And I do want to point out, this movie is pretty good. The issue that I have with this movie compared to 3 through 1 and even some of the movies where Ben is just an actor, or in some cases actor-producer, I had to go back and rewatch this one to kind of give myself a little bit of a reminder of the movie itself. But for a directorial debut, Ben Affleck does a great job with this one. And the problem, again, though, it's not that it's a bad movie. But 3 through 1 are definitely better movies than this one. And I'm sure there's going to be some people that will disagree. But for me, this one just, it's very obvious it's his first movie, and he definitely learned a lot as a director from Gone Baby Gone up to Air. Just saying. At number 3, we've got Air. This is his most recent directorial effort. Finally got to sit down and watch it. Personally, I enjoyed it. And I do want to say, with what I have at number 3 and what I have at number 2, both these movies are really good. It's just which one am I more likely to rewatch if I just want to sit down and watch something? It would be the number 2 movie. So putting this at number 3 is not an insult to this movie at all. It's just a personal preference on my end. Finally got to sit down and watch it. Definitely enjoyed it. And compared to Ben Affleck's other directorial efforts, this is the second least amount of screen time he actually has as an actor, with the one that has the least being Gone Baby Gone. Matt Damon is the leading force in this movie. And overall, I definitely enjoyed it. It was interesting to see all the stuff that led to Michael Jordan signing the deal with Nike. I remember, I think it was in The Last Dance, he talked about it a little bit, that he wasn't initially going to. And for those that are unaware, Michael Jordan signed with Nike did a lot, not just for his bank account, because I'm sure someone's going to say that, but it also changed a lot of stuff on what they did with basketball as well. So seeing it in movie form, I think everyone did a great job. Ben Affleck has definitely improved quite a bit as a director. He definitely checked some of those missteps he took with Live by Night, but he also took some of the other things that he's learned since Gone Baby Gone. At number 2, we've got The Town. This was Ben Affleck's second directorial feature, and I've got to say, all of the other acting and directing jobs that he was offered after doing The Town were more than earned. He definitely showed a lot of improvement just from Gone Baby Gone to this. Me personally, I do prefer heist films. I love good heist films, and this definitely has that. It also has a good drama story. And on the acting side of things, I just want to say that Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner have really good on-screen chemistry. So for me personally, I just enjoy this movie a lot. It was one that I hate that I missed out on seeing it in theaters when it first was released. I forget what the reason was because it's been that long since it came out. But I am glad to have this in my collection. I do rewatch it occasionally. Highly recommend this movie if you have never seen it before. And like I said, as far as his directorial efforts go, you can tell just improvements, and there's stuff in this movie that you see in Argo, in Live by Night, and in Air. And I'm sure something is going to also be in the next directorial feature he's working on. We have finally reached number 1. And for a lot of people, this should come as no surprise. And my number 1 is the Oscar award-winning movie Argo. This is probably still not only his best directorial effort, this is probably one of the best movies that showcases Ben Affleck's acting skills too. You've got the little bit of a heist thing going on like Town. You've also got the basic family premise of people that just want to go home and be with their families. You've got this extraction plan where they are trying to do something just so they can get people out. And I also want to point out that the on-screen chemistry, once again, in this movie is top-notch. Ben Affleck, I don't know if he's the one that does all the casting stuff as well with his movies, but he always manages to get a cast that he can gel very well with. The scenes with him and John Goodman were really good. Gotta say, great. But this movie has so much stuff going in it. And even with it just being based off of one thing, seeing all of that put together, as well as the different elements. Like, you've got the thriller part, because it's based on them having to go behind enemy lines. You've got the heist portion. You've got them trying to bring families back together. And you've also got people that are having to make themselves different than what they are, and they're trying to be, it's almost a smarter thing as well with some of the characters. And personally, I feel that everything was done great in this movie. Even if you're not a fan of like the based on a true story or the heist sort of films or stuff like that, this is still worth a watch. It is an Oscar award-winning film for a reason. And for anyone wondering, yes, I am showing off the Blu-ray over the 4K because this has the declassified cut that I still need to sit down and watch. But this one is hands down my favorite directorial effort from Ben Affleck. And that is my ranking of the Ben Affleck directorial features. Let me know down below, what are your favorite Ben Affleck directorial features between all 5 of these? Now, yours might be different from mine, yours might not be different from mine, but from Gone Baby Gone to Air, what is your favorite? And also, what are some of your favorite roles of him just as an actor? Me personally, I like The Accountant. Being a Batman fan, I definitely liked his portrayal of Batman. Wish we could have gotten a little bit more with him, but is what it is. And I've got to say, even with One Miss being Live by Night, I am still looking forward to the next directorial effort that Ben Affleck is putting together, because I've heard he's working on directorial effort number 6. But that's going to do it for this one. If you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. You like what you see, leave a thumbs up. Comment down below your favorite Ben Affleck directorial feature, and let me know your favorite Ben Affleck acting movie. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching, and tune in next time.